Hey guys, it's your own boy, the one only Great Dane, back with day 898 Star Drop opening. And looks like we have a daily streak, day 307 with reward of 100 coins, and the fortune you can't choose your family, but you can choose your club, which is actually a very relevant fortune right now, considering we have Mega Pig going on. So, again, I haven't looked at what the modifiers or modes in Mega Pig are, but again, I have a pretty good feeling our club's going to do generally well in this Mega Pig. Again, we've brought in at least one more supposedly active player, we'll see, but again, if we can hit max, I'd be eternally grateful. But at the same time, I think we all know the Mega Pig rewards aren't anything that stellar usually, but I do like getting more star drops, as you guys can usually tell. And I have something else to talk about, of course, in terms of star drops, if you guys aren't aware, but we'll get there in a second. So first of all, again, yesterday's video was posted today, which is unfortunate, but I think I left it in yesterday's video's comments section. Got wrapped up in spring cleaning, despite the fact it's not spring and things aren't that much cleaner around here, but still important nonetheless. And of course there are other things I'm trying to accomplish, which brings me to the Squad Busters votes that you guys, I'm happy, it was originally like 2 to 3 people that voted, at least bumped up to 7, but unfortunately there is still a very clear indicator of what the most chosen pick is, and that was maintain the squad leaderboard. Again, I want you guys to recognize I did not say I want to be first on the squad leaderboard. I said maintain, as in stay up there, but not necessarily be first all the time. And the reason I worded it so specifically, if you guys don't know, one of the other players that's up there, and he's past me now at this point, I think, is this Chinese player. Again, I have no idea what his name is. All I see is that his region is China. Is that I know that player usually always plays when I'm asleep, so unless I get really far ahead in trophies, it's a bit unreasonable to expect that I'm always going to be first for the entire season. And additionally, there was at least still one vote for all the other options, which obviously some of the options kind of oppose the maintain the leaderboard option, because if I'm maintaining the leaderboard, I can't play more Brawl Stars or other games, and if I'm maintaining the leaderboard, obviously someone can't take first from me if I'm playing too much. So the thing I figure I can do that best suits a compromise to all of those options, and yeah, obviously you can never please everyone with what you choose to do, etc. But yeah, I've been talking with that other Star Drop opening player, and I think this is really the best thing that I could do is at the start of every season in Squad Busters, I will try my hardest to push to be the first around 8,000 or first on the leaderboard, and then have first for that period of time. And then after that, I'll play more casually again, try to get as much hammers as I can, because my other last goal really in the game. I mean, I'd say I care about the quest book, or whatever it's called, where you fill out getting, or I guess they call it busting different NPC enemies, or making top 5 on the modes. It's a little unreasonable to do that, again, just because everything is random with the modes it selects and all that. Plus one of them, unless you played the butterfly event when P.E.K.K.'s release was happening, you literally can't complete that anymore anyway. So again, the best thing I can really think of as a last thing to do in the game is get all the statues, and again, as I've said before, it's ridiculously hard to do that even if you're playing an absurd amount, so we'll have to see. You know, I'll keep trying to maximize the rewards that I know that can at least give hammers. So anyway, I think today should be pretty exciting, besides the fact that I apparently have some sushi drops today. Again, not a lucky day apparently, but I guess that would mean everyone has sushi drops today. I think it might go on a cycle or something. But if we hop over to the quests, again, we have the chaos drops coming tomorrow. It's quite a lot of things coming tomorrow, actually. Get into that in later portion of the video, but I think I'll hop over to the shop next. Again, obviously it's not 3 a.m. when I'm recording this, but is still somewhat early in the day. I guess the middle of the day. We still have the love boxes, Carnival mandated discounts. He was adding all the Carnival type skins in the game. And again, I guess I should get to the friend requests in Squad Busters too. But we have Carnival mandated discount, Crazy Clown Carl, Coretta, Spike, and El Grillo. Again, decent discounts, but I don't really see a reason to spend gems on them if I could potentially get them for free. And again, I still feel awkward about the whole Ultra Trophy Box change, right? It really does change things up. And again, I'm surprised to see Orochi Edgar 60% discount here. But is it worth it? So Lunar Brawl skin is seasonal, only available on certain days of the year. So that, honestly, 60% off on that one might be really good. But they also have 30% off if you have the gems. So it probably, oh man, that's a hard choice, right? Because I'd be saving the gems for an additional 30% discount, but obviously you have to spend real dollars if you get the higher discount. I'm wondering if this is going to be a continuing pattern that they have, where they're essentially incentivizing you guys not to spend your gems, but I don't know. We also have Wukong Miko at a 30% discount. Again, we have 10 whole days to decide. Again, I suppose Lunar New Year is coming up relatively soon. Again, I'm not 100% sure what day it is actually, but clearly we are getting close, and we should have some type of event going on in the game when that occurs as well, so that should be pretty exciting. But again, I want to hear from you guys. Do you think I should buy Wukong Miko at the 3% discount? I clearly have enough gems to do it. Do you think I should wait until next year when it might even come at a higher discount? Again, I do like this skin. It's pretty cool. The voice lines are pretty whack. I have no idea what the character's actually saying, but I'm pretty sure that's because it's in a different language, so it's not just random utterances. But yeah, should I get the gem Orochi Edgar or the regular Orochi Edgar? I figure I'll at least get that skin. I just have to decide how I'm going to do that, I suppose. Also, still have Firing Janet and Nightmare Nani at a discount, that's okay. Daily offer, that's also okay, but I don't want to buy resources for $15. Our daily freebie is 60 XP doublers, as well as 15 coins. And again, as of today, I have 60 XP doublers, and is there a point in announcing these anymore? I don't know. You guys still haven't told me in the comments, but I have 214,598 power points. And as I was getting to, I think something should be going on exciting today. If we look in the mode selection, and I'm not talking about Mega Pig, guys. I know you guys don't care about Mega Pig. But again, I already saw people making dank posts about this or on social media, right? So if it'll, why won't it let me press the button? If I press it on Brawlentine's Angelo, see, it actually works. But every time I press it here, is it not? Why is it doing that? Okay, there it goes. Why was it not showing? I don't know. That was really weird. But anyway, this should be exciting because, as you guys know, they don't usually just recycle bosses. So we're getting Brawlentine's boss, Mega Love Potion Squeak, again, but this time it's with Supercharge. And I think you guys know where I'm going with this. If you have been watching my videos before, we're gonna choose Otis because if you keep stunning the boss indefinitely, they can't do anything, so you just win. Isn't that wonderful? So obviously I'm going to be choosing Otis for this. Again, I don't know if I'll be getting enough stun to have him not attacking the entire time, but it is obnoxiously overpowered. So again, I assume it's going to be the same as it was before. We don't actually know what the rate of increased supercharge rate is, but again, I'm sure it's probably worth choosing Otis for. We'll see, and I'll let you guys know in a second. But again, before I get into actually playing, I just want to address the friends list again. So I was surprised yesterday. I forget exactly how many friends requests I woke up to. It was like 40 or 50 or something crazy. I already cleared out everyone on my friends list that didn't have a Squad Busters account at the time. So at this point, I'm still getting friend requests. So in order to compensate for that, I literally have to start removing inactive Squad Busters players. And again, if you guys are wondering why it's so complicated, ever since they introduced the Supercell ID feature, your friends across games are shared. So if I have 300 friends in Brawl Stars, and I start getting friend requests from people who only play Squad Busters, I can't accept any of them until I remove someone from Brawl Stars. Again, it's a bit ridiculous, I know, but that's just kind of the way it is, and I want to get as many active players friended as I can. Again, just kind of celebrate, you know, what is left of Squad Busters. And then I'll get into that last portion I was talking about coming tomorrow. after I finish up the daily wins and the boss here again. I think I should have a good amount of fun with this, and I don't think there's going to be any interesting gameplay to show off because, as you guys will see, it'll probably just be me shooting at the boss for a good minute until they die because they can't do anything if they're perma-stunned. So, if I could just find Otis here. I'll be playing Otis, of course. And I should also mention, it's not just Supercharge. Apparently we have Line of Sight modifier, and the difficulty has ramped up a lot. So I think it's a really good idea to pick Otis here again, because it doesn't matter how much damage the boss is doing if they can't attack. So again, we're going to see if this is as ridiculous as I think it is. But again, I'd love to hear your guys' strategies, of course, too. But let's get started. Alright, we're back with the first win. Super rare of 50 power points. And we also have the sushi from the daily wins. We have a split of 25 power points and 50 bling there actually. And again, I'm trying to determine, I think they might have fixed the Otis Super Infinity issue on bosses, because the Brawl Times boss still appeared to be shooting, and I'm not sure if it's the way that Squeak attacks or not. Again, I'm going to give it a second try here with Otis and see if it's working or not. If not, I've heard Kenji is really good, so because you have those invincibility frames, right, and you might even charge up enough super from the super alone, and obviously Squeak is not a very fast boss, so Kenji might be the second best option if we can't get Otis working here. I'm going to give it a second shot, let's see what happens. Alright, we're back with the second win. Rare. We have a rare 50 coins, super rare, as well as a super rare of 100 coins, and I will say it still seems, even if the regular mute is not working, if you have Otis's hypercharge, I definitely still think it's worth playing, because you can get the hypercharge fast enough to the point where you can keep spamming that, and that, if nothing else, does appear to stop the boss from doing anything, at least more effectively than, say, the stun from probably like Frank's super or something like that. And again, if you're not comfortable playing Otis, I'm sure Kenji is still really good. You could probably just keep spamming his super and keep healing and be invulnerable. It's basically the next best thing to Edgar, honestly. So again, it's working fairly well, so we'll keep going and see what happens. Alright, we're back with the third win. Rare. We have a rare 50 coins and regular sushi, but it's 500 coins. Again, I very rarely see a good drop out of a sushi, so that's pretty nice. But again, just seeing the gameplay, and I don't know what it is. Again, there's just a very strange reaction between Otis's super and the boss, because sometimes it does appear to be stunning and other times it's not. So again, Otis, he's still okay, but I honestly, it just seems silly not to play Kenji. I already just had a partner that was Kenji, and again, they're just infinite supering. They didn't even bother to get the cubes because they're essentially invincible anyway. So again, that, I think I have Kenji's hypercharge, that obviously helps, but I'm wondering, I'll show you guys the battle log here. Okay, I thought I had the same Colt player twice. It's the same skin too, but anyway, again, I think I am going to switch over to Kenji, and mostly just because I want to give it a try. It seems more fun, honestly. But again, I think I'll even take a quick look through the other brawlers and see if there's anything else I can think of. But again, let's keep going. Alright, back with the next win. Again, I was experimenting with a few brawlers here. Super rare. Super rare of 50 power points. Epic. And an epic of 500 XP doublers. So again, Ali here, it's the same issue with us, where even if they're hypnotized, I guess it's called for Ali, they still seem to be attacking while hypnotized, so it doesn't do any good, even if you can keep spamming the hypnosis. And I also tried Globert here, and again, he does appear to have a lasting stun on the boss if you can keep stunning them, but it also takes him really long to destroy the boxes. But he also has the heal, so I mean, it can work, and I think I might want to give it another try, but it's mostly, I had a pretty terrible teammate there, so it might be better if I'm playing with someone other than Dynamite. And as you can see, Edgar is clearly still a really good choice here. It's just that you can't really do as much with his super as you can with like Kenji's invincibility frame, so he's probably going to be a really good pick moving forward regardless of what boss it is. And the unfortunate thing is Kenji's hypercharge no longer allows him to teleport to a different location, so on that one map with Angelo he's not going to be able to get the cubes, which is sort of an issue, I'll say. But again, with the hypercharge we might be able to select a different water brawler. I guess if you picked Gray you could probably get Genji over to those cubes and back, but again you need a good teammate for that, not a random, so trying to think outside the box here. But again, let's keep going. Back with the 5th win. Rare. We have a rare 50 coins and a chaos drop. Okay, we have a legendary. We made it to Ultra. Yeah, I was gonna say there's literally not a rarity above Ultra, so I know I didn't get that lucky, but we got free Spectacular Sam. Again, I forget what rarity this is, but again, it's a pretty cool skin, especially to get for free, so. Yeah, it comes with an icon and a pin there. Again, what, are we getting... Oh, okay. So these, not only is this, I think personally, more fun to play, you get a Chaos Drop and the Love Box. So we still have another Chaos Drop and the Love Box to go. And again, I can't tell if it's just because I'm not... The trick with Globert here is the stun doesn't really work unless you shoot while they're looking at you. But again, I swear it's the same issue where the boss is still shooting even while they're running away, which doesn't make any sense. Again, I'm gonna try and get more in the boss's face here, but I just don't think it's really working. His healing is great though, but again, I had a fairly good Mortis partner. If you guys don't know, Mortis can basically spam his spats, but he still ended up dying, and that's without cubes, I should mention. But again, I guess Mortis is still gonna be a pretty fair choice here. And if I don't try Globert, I was also considering Mina, because you could probably infinitely keep the boss in the air. That's the only other type of stun I can think of. Draco's probably going to be good because of his healing, but I guess I'll just try Mina. Let's see if we can get him in the air infinitely. There's also the, I mean, obviously this is going to be a terrible choice for Squeak. Windmill, it's not, with how big his explosion radius is, it's not going to do anything, so we'll try Kappa What if we can spam the super even more, I guess. And then of course it's nice that Mina at least has some form of healing as well. Rooting I don't think is really going to do all that much, so we'll stick with Zoom. Or is it Zum? I don't really know. But anyway, I want to give Mina a try, so let's see what happens. Alright, and we got our final win with another Chaos Drop. Two super rares, 100 coins and 50 bling. And we have our Love Box, so... Another $5, 69 coins, 50 bling, 67 power points, 69 coins, 39 bling, and 34 credits. Again, an okay opening there, but we still got an ultra drop today, so pretty happy about that. And guys, I just want to kind of show you guys the replay here as well as just look at it. I might even share it to the club, why not? And then, because I'm a bit confused here, I guess. I don't know. So. Again, I guess I should have expected this, but the actual tornadoes don't blow the boss up in the air at all, so yeah, I'm trying to figure out why exactly. You'll notice I healed a very significant portion of health there, and I don't know why. Because, as far as I'm aware, Mina's super doesn't heal health, it's her third stage attack that heals health, so... Again, I don't know if I did a third attack and didn't notice there. Probably just have to look again quick. So it really does look like Mina can do some extreme damage here, as well as, again, because her super gives her mobility, could make her a very viable option here. I'm just gonna get a closer look, maybe. Okay, it does look like I somehow managed to spam the tornadoes while also using a regular attack. And you can see how much it heals for, especially at 8 cubes. So, frankly, in terms of, beating the boss, I think you can output way more damage with Mina, especially if you have her hypercharge, than you would be able to with Kenji. And you still have the potential to heal, so I think this is probably going to be one of my favorites moving forward with the bosses. It's definitely going to... you always have to think outside the box when it's coming towards Angelo, just because of that tricky water, not being able to get the cubes. Obviously, you might still be able to move fast enough to just dodge everything with Mina, but I don't know, I'll probably have to switch it up at least for Angelo moving forward. But yeah, again, hopefully you guys are also getting some good rewards here from the boss and you're enjoying the supercharge modifier, as well as, I'll say, enjoying line of sight. Does anyone actually enjoy line of sight? At least probably not for boss modes, I wouldn't think, but it certainly makes things a little more interesting. But again, the last thing I want to tell you guys about, if you weren't aware, with the esports airing coming up tomorrow, or Brawl Stars esports, whatever you want to call it, if you guys aren't aware, the first time they're doing it this year, and hopefully moving forward, we're not just getting Pro Pass XP anymore from watching Brawl Stars esports on their I think it's just called brawlstarsesports.com. If you click on the button, it literally brings you right there, but we're getting different rewards. In fact, maybe I should just click on it. Again, it doesn't usually look as good on video, but at least to show you guys, the rewards are different now. Again, I assume they're going to be exclusive. I haven't put in predictions yet. You guys got to remember to do that as well. And again, if you're fortunate enough to watch it live, you can usually change some of the predictions later on in the match. But I think if I click up here, can we get a look at the rewards? So we get 1, 2, 3, 4 additional star drops and an icon. But again, unfortunately, they do still have some rewards locked behind next weekend, just to make sure you guys are still tuning in. So again, I definitely like this more than what we had before, because first of all, if you're doing really well, you can get all these rewards without even watching the esports at all, because again, 500 is only like 5 correct predictions if I'm not mistaken. You can usually get up to like 10 matches in a regular setup, so just getting half them right already nets you all the rewards is amazing. I'm sure that's all going to get sent to the inbox again. I'll try to hoard it all for the Mega Star Drop opening, of course. But looks like we'll also be getting 2 more Star Drops at Chaos Chop, probably an exclusive pin on the other half of the exclusive icon here. So again, very excited for that. Again, I'll probably tune in. We'll see what we have going on, and I'll let you guys know if there's any specific reasons to tune into the live besides just getting more points and guaranteeing that you get those rewards. Because again, I don't know if all of these esports events are going to have like those exclusive pins and stuff. Like we just had the most recent World Championship pin. I believe it was Janet holding that trophy, right? I didn't get that one, but I'll still keep looking into that and see if there's anything else secretly that you can get from this. But yeah, if I head back over to Brawl Stars here to end off the video, I don't think anything else too crazy is going on today. Again, I do have to use up my Mega Pig tickets though, and I do have some other things I'm trying to finish up as well, but this video should be coming out hopefully not too much longer after the other one, maybe an hour or two at most. But of course, today is the last chance to get your free Hypercharge from playing 10 matches, or I should say winning 10 matches of Hypercharge Unleashed, so make sure to do that if you haven't and you want that. And again, let me know what your favorite Mega Love Potion Squeak strategy is. Again, just the damage you can output from Mina while still being able to heal, I think makes her just such an excellent choice. But if you're looking for the safe option, guaranteed, just go with Kenji. You really can't go wrong with that. You get essentially indefinite invincibility frames, and especially if you have the Hypercharge, you can boost up that damage a little bit, get it done quicker. So, yeah, again, we also have Basket Brawl Turnover, Brawl Hockey Super Center, Brawl Ball 5v5 Insane Streamer, and Brawl Arena Mirage Arena. And again, really nothing else too crazy going on. So of course, let me know what you guys think about my compromise, right, for squad busters. If just getting to the top of the leaderboard at the start of every season is enough for you guys, or you're still looking for more. Again, the majority of you wanted me to quote-unquote maintain the leaderboard. Again, that to me says stay towards the top, but not necessarily first all the time. And I am still going to be trying at least to play every day and, again, get those hammers. As ridiculous as it is to get them, I will at least try to get as many of the statues as I can before this game ends. And again, I'm still waiting out for those exclusive events, you know, something that might net us more hammers, anything more interesting in the game. We haven't had anything so far, but I'm keeping an eye out. I'm still trying to make sure I can get everyone on my friends list. Again, I'm now removing inactive Squad Busters players just to get more active ones on there, because I've run out of Brawl Stars players to remove. So yeah, other than that, again, let me know if you're enjoying this boss with the 2 modifiers, how far you plan on going in terms of difficulty, what the best strats are, and let's see how far I can take this, guys.